Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abiola. Today's tutorial shall be on how to draft different types of flare. We actually got the request from one of our members. But before we go into cutting of the flare, we need to understand some things because it involves some calculations. So just relax. I'll take my time to explain it into details for us. So we all know a circle, a full circle. This is a full circle, and this is half of a circle. Yeah, this is half of a circle. So this half of a circle. This half of a circle here. This another half of a circle. So this half of a circle, I'm going to divide into two again. Can you see? Or better still, let me use another marker. Divide into two again. Divide into two again. So I'm having like 4 parts here now. So one here is a quadrant. This 90 degree, one, another 90 degree, another 90 degree, another 90 degree. So this is a 90 degree. This one 90 degree, and makes it 1/4 of a circle. Another 90 degree. So this 90 plus this 90 makes it 180, and this is half. Is either you call it half of a circle or 180 degree. So this 1, 2, 3, 3/4 of a circle or 270 degree. You know, this is 90. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus another 90, 270. So that's why we have 3/4 of a circle or 270 degree. Half of a circle or 180 degree. 1/4 of a circle or 90 degree. Then another one, 90 plus 90, 180. Another 90, 270. This 270 plus 90 give us 360. Or 1/4 of a circle, half of a circle, 3/4 of a circle, then 4 of 4. That's a whole circle. So this is how we call it a full circle or 360 degree. I hope you understand now. So let's start the calculation. So let's start with the full circle or 360 degree flare. We call it 360 degree or full circle. You know, the circumference of a circle, this is our mathematics now in secondary school. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. 2 pi r, and this pi is constant. This pi is 3.14 or 22/7. 22/7 will still give you 3.14. It is constant, just cram it. And the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So now we know here now, this circumference of a circle, we know this pi to be 3.14. We know this circumference. The circumference is where you are actually attaching that flare to. If it is on the armhole, you measure the armhole round. That's the circumference. If you are attaching it to your shoulder, you measure the shoulder round. That's the circumference. If you are attaching it to the knee, you measure the knee round. That's the circumference. And if you are attaching it to the waist, you measure the waist round. That is the circumference. So the circumference is always known. The pi too is given, which is a constant. This r, this radius, is the one that is always unknown that we need to find. So now this circumference, now I'm attaching this flare to the waist. So my circumference is my waist circumference now, and mine is 27. I also say waist circumference, sorry, 28. Waist circumference 28. So now we can see that we know this one to be 28, this one 3.14, and this is 2. So this one is the unknown here. So this will be the subject of the formula. So this is it. R is equal to C over 2 pi. How do I arrive at this R is equal to 2 pi? This will still take us to our subject of the formula in mathematics. For you to, okay, this is the unknown, Abi, and we know this. So we make this one the subject of the formula. So for this one to stand alone, you have to eradicate this. That means you divide both sides by 2 pi. I'm taking us to mathematics now. You divide both sides. Divide this one by 2 pi. Divide this one by 2 pi. So this 2 pi cancel this 2 pi. Then you have C over 2 pi, which will be equal to R. So that's why I got this. I hope we understand. This is how you do it. Divided by 2 pi. Sorry, let me just do that. For those of us that are not grounded in mathematics, divided by 2 pi, the circumference divided by 2 pi. Get another marker. 2 pi, because we want to make this one the center of the formula. We want to make this out to stand alone, because that is the unknown subject of the matter here. So 2 pi cancel 2 pi. So I am left with this r is equal to this c over 2 pi. So that's why I got this r is equal to 2 pi. Sorry, r is equal to c over 2 pi, which is what we have here. So it's very easy. So how is going to c over 2 pi? This is circumference, and for me it's 28. Yours might be different. It might be lower or higher than 28. Just measure wherever you want to attach the flare. So circumference over 2 pi. We know our pi to be 3.14. So 2 times 3.14. So my 28 divided by 6.28, approximately 4.5. And the length of the circle, it depends on how long you want it to be. So my flare, I wrote it here. Length of flare 7 plus 1. This one is the same allowance, ½ inch to attach it to the bodies you want to attach it to. Then the other ½ inch to end the down part of the flare. So mine is 8 inches. So now 8 plus 4.5, so that we don't waste paper or we don't waste your fabric. 8 plus 4.5, so I should have 12.5. So now let's go to the folding of this full circle or 360-degree flare. Okay guys, so for you not to waste your fabric, we assume these are our fabric. You know, I said 8 plus 4.5 should give me 12.5. So you come here and measure your 12.5. Or better still, you can make it 13 inches. So from here you fold it. You fold, then you confirm. Always know how to manage fabric. Then you confirm. I should have more than 12.5 years, because I have actually added to it when I was folding. I have 13 inches, it's fine. So this is one fold, and remember we are folding, or we are cutting a flare for 360-degree flare. So you fold it once like this, then you fold again, but we don't want to waste fabric. 13, I make it 13. It's actually 12.5, but I make it 13, and I will fold again. Hope I have enough. Okay, I actually have 12.5 on the dots. Thank God. You know this is paper, so, and I don't want to join paper, so it's fine. And remember, my calculation was 12.5. So guys, let me repeat the folding again. You fold your plain paper like this. You fold it once. This is called folding once. Then you fold again twice. So then automatically you are folding it into 4. So 360-degree flare is into 4. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you come to this edge here where you have, you can see there's no opening here. Please, not here that you have openings. No, here that there's no opening. Then we start with our radius. I calculated mine to be 4.5. Then the tip of your tape rule, you place it at the tip of the paper or your fabric and start measuring your 4.5. It must be on the tip. Can you see? Measure your 4.5. You can make it more closer to each other for easy connection. Then the length, remember 8 inches. I have it here on the dot, 8 inches. Or either you measure your 8 inches and you mark, or you still come here, which is more preferable, and mark your 12.5. Remember, radius plus length is 12.5. You see, let me just then the next thing is for us to cut out. Please always have the scissors for paper. It saves you the stress of buying scissors every now and then. This is the radius. So guys, once we've gotten the circle, this is the 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 180, 270, 360. So beautiful. Okay guys, so another thing you need to do is to confirm your measurements here. Let's go, let's confirm. So you just place your tape like this. And I have 7.5. So 7.5, remember it's unfolding to 4. 7.5 times 4, that's 30. And remember my waist circumference was 20. That's flare for you. For flare, you after cutting a flare, you must have excess. Yes. So that 2 inches extra on it is for the zipper allowance. But if you want pleats on your flare, you can still add some inches to your waistline so that you can pleat. So I want to cut one side because I want to display it so that we can see the 360 degree flare or the full flare. So you just cut one side. So this is 2 zipper allowance. So I'll just display it on the dress form now for us to see. Okay guys, so this is the 360 degree flare that we just cut out. Can you see how wavy and full it is? So the next thing for us to cut now is the 3/4 or the 270 degree flare. Okay, so for the 270 degree flare, we know the radius now, because the radius is what we are looking at. I mean, the radius is the subject of the formula, so easy. Radius is equal to circumference over 2 pi. And this is what you would do for you to find the 270 degree flare. 3/4 r is equal to circumference over 2 pi. Then our radius will now be circumference over 2 pi times 4 over 3. It is mathematical. Once this 3 over 4 cross this other side, then it will interchange. Then it will now be 4 over 3. So our radius is 3. Our circumference still remains the same. 27 times 4 all over 6.28. You know it's 2 pi r. It's 2 pi. That's 6.28. Then times 3. So my 28 times 4 gives me 112, and my 6.28 times 3 gives me 18.84, approximately 6 inches. So 112 divided by 18.84 will give me 6 inches. And remember, our length is still the same thing, to be 8 inches. Now let's go and fold. Okay, for the 270, remember, this is a full circle, and for the 270, 190, one portion here will be out of the 360. So I just want to point our attention to that. So you still go ahead and fold your fabric into 4, the way you did for that other one. 12.5, and we mark and fold. I love to confirm. Okay guys, so remember for the 3/4 or the 270, radius is 6 inches, the same way we did for the full circle. Then the length, 8 inches. Oh, sorry, I forgot that this is 6 plus 8 will give me 14 inches. So let me just reduce the length to like maybe 6.5. I hope you understand. This is for the sake of this tutorial. But please don't reduce your own length though. The main highlight of the tutorial is just for you to get how to cut, how to do the calculation, then do the folding, and then just apply your own length to it. I just have to reduce it because it's a tutorial. Then we cut out. Then let's open it up. You can see this is a full circle, and we are to cut 270. This is 90, 90, 90, 90. So we are cutting out 190, as in one portion of this side, so that we can have our 270. So this is our 270. Okay guys, so to confirm your measurements, just as we did for the full circle, you measure what you have. I have almost 10 inches, like 10 inches. Yes, 10 inches. 10 times 3. You know, the reason why we are doing times 3 is, can you see? 1, 2, 3. So 10 times 3 will give me 30. And remember, our circumference is 28. So we have excess of 2 inches. That will be for the zipper. So let me quickly display it for us to see the 3/4 flare. Okay guys, so this is the 270-degree flare. Can you see? It is not as full as the 360, but it is still okay. So now you know how to calculate and draft it. So let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is a half circle or the 180-degree flare. It is still the same formula. Our radius is equal to circumference over 2 pi. So half of r will equal to circumference over 2 pi. So this is mathematical. Once this cross to this side, it will be times 2 over 1. So it will be your circumference times 2 over 2 pi. My own circumference is 28. That's 2 times 28 all over 2 times pi, which is 6.28. So approximately we are having 9 inches. Then I don't know, depending on how, when we start folding, cutting, my length can still change or still remains the same, as the case may be. But I hope you now understand why I am changing the length. Please, for your own, your length should be 1 in case you want to practice the different flare. So now let's go to the folding of this half circle. Okay, for the 180-degree flare, you just fold into two like this. That's all. Then you start with your radius. I calculated mine to be 9 inches. Okay guys, so I am done marking the length, and I cut out. So this is our 180. This is our 180 degree flare. So can you see? Let me display it for us to see. Okay, so these are 180 degree or half of a circle flare. Can you see? So beautiful. So guys, let's go ahead and cut the quarter of a circle. Okay, so for the quarter circle on 90 degree, it is still the same procedure. Our radius over C is equal to C over 2 pi, then 1 over 4. So once this 1 over 4 comes to this side, we have 4 over 1. So 4C over 2 pi, so 4 times 28 over 6.28. Can you see? And I have approximately 8 inches plus our length, which is 8 inches. So now let's go ahead and fold. So for the quarter circle, this is how you leave it. You don't fold. You will not fold into 2. You will not fold into 3. You will not fold into 4. You know the full circle is folded into 4. The quarter circle fold into 4, but cut out 90 degree from it. Then the half circle fold into 2, but the quarter circle you just leave your paper or your fabric like this. Then you measure your radius. The one we calculated, or the one I am using, is 18 inches. Remember, the tip must be tip of your tape rule on the tip of the paper. Then the length permits me to use any length of my choice now. You know the reason why, because of this tutorial, the paper is not enough, so we can use 7 inches. Abby, yes, I think we still have 7 inches there, so I just use 7 inches. 7 inches. On your fabric, you had your seam allowance straight and measure, but if it is on paper, you can still go ahead and measure. For example, if I am to use 8 inches, I can, on paper I can still go ahead and measure 7 inches. Then when I am transferring to fabric, I can add my 1 inch seam allowance. That means half inch at the upper part and half inch at the lower part. But I will advise, just add your seam allowance straight so that you don't forget. Either you are drafting on paper first or on fabric. So this is our quarter circle or 90 degree. Quarter or 90 degree. So guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you learned something new. Now you can go ahead and calculate. You now know how to calculate for 360 degree, 90 degree, 270 degree and 180 degree flip. I still remain your girl Abiola, but please, if you are new to our YouTube channel and you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. I'll still go ahead and display this on the dress form so that we can see the effect. Okay guys, so this is our 90 degree flare. as you can see. So beautiful as well. All right, thank you so much guys for your time. Bye.